What is up, people? Welcome. Welcome to the first video in introducing you to Java, a learning experience presented by Josh, aka Lyzboy, which is me. So yeah, welcome. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to check this out if you're watching this on Twitch right now. Welcome. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to check out the channel. There will be other videos being posted in this same series, teaching you, of course, and introducing you to Java. And there will be other tutorials, other learning experiences you can go on with this channel, and also just some good old gameplay and stuff like that, so be sure to check it all out. Also check out Lyzboy Twitch on Twitter and Facebook. So what this is just an introduction kind of course for anyone who wants to take it. If you're interested in Java and what Java can do, look at this, or programming in general. I'm trying to make this quick and short and kind of to the point of how to get stuff going and how to get stuff running. So hopefully the videos aren't too long. I'm trying to make them, under 30 minutes, but just nice little courses to kind of throw you in and see if you really like Java. Why I'm doing this is because I currently am a junior. I am getting my bachelor's of science in information technology, concentration in software systems engineering, and I really enjoy programming. I started off my career trying to go into film, took it to technical drafting, and now I'm into programming. And I've decided through all my many career changes that this is really what I want to do. And you might too. So, why I'm doing this is it's free knowledge to anyone who's interested. Even if you don't learn nothing, maybe it'll spark your interest to go get a book and actually learn something. Whatever. Hey, as long as I affect the people who want to be affected, I'm really just willing to get this going. So let's just go ahead and get started. What Java is. What is Java? A brief history on the language. Well, Java was created due to a internal corporate project by Sun Microsystems, which was led by James Gosling in 1991, and that had resulted in the object-oriented program Java being created. Java is just a programming language, which is, essentially a set of instructions given to the computer. We'll go more in detail about different aspects of stuff, but I'm trying to keep it short, so we're gonna just kind of spit stuff at you. If you like it, research it. If not, I might bring it up in later courses, later episodes and videos, so just remember. But yeah, there's many different programming languages, Java just being one of them, which is a highly used language by many. There's other, like Fortran, which was developed by IBM in the 1950s. It was a structured programming language that has the latest versions of it are object-oriented. So yeah, check out Fortran. There's also Pascal. Pascal is a structured language that was created in the 1970s by Professor Nicholas Wirth. He made it to teach students structured programming. Teach students how to program. Structured programming being one way of programming, object-oriented programming being another. Structured programming with Pascal. From there was Basic. Basic comes from the 1960 by Dartmouth College, and it was used to help introduce individuals to programming as well. Basic now too also has object-oriented versions coming out. as you can see, there's a trend happening here. The next one we're going to look at is C++, which Java is based off of C++. It's an extension of the C programming language, which is commonly known for the Unix operating systems language. Unix is created on the C engine, or the C using C language. Sorry, but C++ was created by this man here, which, if you could say his name, more power to you. But yes, at Bell Laboratories in the 1980s, and it was created to provide additional capabilities to the C programming language. From there, we're going to touch on Objective-C, which is an object-oriented programming based on C, and it comes from the 1980s. It was acquired by Next, which was a company ran by Steve Jobs, and then when Steve Jobs and Next both came to Apple, so did Objective-C. And Objective-C currently, and I mean, I don't know for how long, until some other crazy occurrence in programming language comes along. It currently is the programming language of choice for Apple for the Mac OS X operating system and the iOS S for mobile platforms for Macintosh. From there we go to C Sharp. C Sharp, coming from Microsoft, uses a lot of .NET framework. It's based on C++ and Java, and it's created to have the ability to be integrated, to integrate internet and web functions and features into applications ran on a computer. And from there, we're going to talk about Java, and that is what we are here to learn about. Java itself is object-oriented programming. What is object-oriented programming? Well, programming itself is computers that are instructions to the computer to tell the computer what to do, tell the computer to do something. This is instructions that are based upon objects. Objects are many different things. If they can be many different things. The best thing to do to think about an object would to be to think about a noun. There are many different kinds of nouns, but let's say one could be a person. A person's a thing, it could also be an object. A dog. A dog is an object. A car. Even a boat is an object. These are all objects, and literally think of objects in this style of programming as an object. You're creating an object. This will come into play later on when we start discussing methods and instance variables and certain things. But right now, just think objects. Object-oriented programming uses objects to create instructions for the computer to do what it needs to. A long explanation. But one great thing about Java is its object-oriented programming. But another is that Java is very versatile, meaning that it can run on many different machines, and it does so by using the Java virtual machine. It just has to have that installed on the computer, and Java can be ran. Java uses a compiler and an interpreter to get what it needs across. That is how it works on multiple computers, how it is able to anyways. So essentially there's a machine language which the computer actually reads, and different machine languages can be read by different computers. Well, not all machine languages are the same. This creates a problem when trying to design programs or anything, because you have to create a specific language for that computer, for that operating system, for that whatever. Java Java lets you write one language in Java, and it converts that into what's called bytecode, which then gets interpreted into the machine language for the machine, which allows Java to be ran. Java figures out what the machine language is on its own and lets you just worry about the code. How it does this is that it has a compiler contained within the Java SE development kit. The Java development kit is required for programming because it has that compiler, and that compiler is what creates your program. You write it, gets turned into bytecode, and then it is interpreted through the Java virtual machine, which is required to run Java programs. And don't worry, you probably already have it installed on your computer. To program, we have to install the JDK. So the nice thing is the Java virtual machine comes with the JDK if you don't already have it. So don't worry, we'll be able to get it. Those are what the JDK along with the JVM is what you need to program, and JVM is what you need to run Java programming. So as you can see, if you install a JVM on any computer, it can interpret your program into bytecodes, interpret the bytecodes into machine language, allow your computer to run whatever program. Great thing about Java. So you can write it for many different platforms one time. Great. So from there, after we have those, we need a place to actually write the code. Now, hardcore programmers like to use Notepad. You can simply use Notepad. You don't want to use WordPad or anything like that because of the structure. WordPad the text isn't just text. The structure and formatting of the text on the page are also saved within the text as meta files or something like that. So you want to use Notepad or something like Notepad, like Notepad++, something like that. It makes it very difficult because it's hard to actually tell what's going on. When you don't know what's going on, that's when problems happen. So one thing, what I mean by problems, what you don't know what's going on is it's all black. It's hard to tell what everything is. Yes, this is all code, and if you know what the code is, you know exactly what it's saying. This is a very small program, but there's an easier way to do it than just blank text without anything telling us what's going on. And that's similar software. What this similar software is the Integrated Development Environment, or IDE. An integrated development environment is a great little tool that many people use, including myself. Many different kinds out there that you can utilize. Eclipse is one. Another is NetBeans. NetBeans is what I use. This is NetBeans. NetBeans is a nice IDE. As you can see over here, you have your packages lined up with all of your Java files. And here is the code for the current file, marsbot.java. And as you can see, it color codes everything that is being rented. It does many different things for us. And it's very, very good. It's an all-in-one solution to what you need to get done. To get this on your computer and the JDK, very simple. Simply go to the internet, google.com, whatever search provider, search Java SDK. If you do SDK, it finds the JDK SE edition. You don't want EE Enterprise edition. you don't need Enterprise Edition. You're looking for SE. So if you type in Java SDK would be Software Development Kit. Like I said, it has nothing to do with it. If you do it, I mean, I don't. Let's see. If you do JDK works too. So Java JDK, you're looking for the Java SE. If not, I mean, any of these will work. Just get to oracle.com essentially. This is just the fastest way to do it. What you're looking for is this little icon here, NetBeans JDK 8U20 and NetBeans 8.0. Right, just click. You're going to look for your system. Are you running Linux, 32-bit, 64-bit, Mac OS 64-bit, or Windows 32-bit, 64-bit? Whatever one you're running, click on over here. After you accept the license agreement, so, go in, accept the license agreement, then you can download. It'll pop up, go through the download. It'll take a little while. Once you do that, that's when you're going to want to come back here. Because once you get that done, you're all done. And there's nothing more to do. So what I would recommend is pushing pause. Go get this installed. Rewind if you need to. Get NetBeans installed. Meet me back here. And we will continue getting this all done. So, right now I'm going to assume you push pause, you left, and now you're coming back. And as you are coming back, or you're on Twitch with me and you're just watching me be retarded, but say you came back, you're on YouTube right now, coming back and you're seeing NetBeans is open and ready to go. So what we're first going to do here in NetBeans is we're going to go up to File. We're going to create a new project. This, my friends, this is where it's at. Okay, restart, sorry. New project, Java folder, Java application, right? Don't change anything. If these two aren't selected, just select these. These other ones, if you want to know about them, there's descriptions for them. You can learn them at later points. That's totally up to you. We're sticking with Java category, Java project. Now we're going to name our project. So, one way of naming project, you want to name everything something that's meaningful, because it stinks going back looking over your programming and not knowing what in the heck is going on and not knowing what to do. So name everything useful. For this purpose, we're going to say intro program and spell it right, intro program. This is going to create us a project, and it's also going to create us a main class. Now, a main class is required to run our program. As you can see, many things are created automatically for us. So we can look at just this stuff that's on screen already and talk about it. Now, as you can see here, this slash with the asterisk, this is a signal for comments. We're going to start with that, comments. As you can see, more comments. We're not getting into this yet, but always label your stuff. Comments. Anything grayed out in this IDE will be comments. If you want to write a comment, you simply insert this before you're typing. So you have your two slashes, your single line comment. And your multi-line comment, which literally just needs to start there and in here. The nice thing with this IDE, if you noticed, after I typed and I pressed enter, the ending, the tail of the comment of it was entered. It's very nice. It finishes for you, predictive text almost. So you have two different comments there. So if you want to do comments, that's what you need to do. You always want to do comments because it's just a smart thing to do. Now, packages we'll talk more about later. Just know that they're here. If for the IDE for NetBeans, these have to be here. The packages are essentially the files that contain the classes. Now, if we look, I gotta find. So we'll just we'll talk about. Here we go. Here's a good example. Here I have 3 different Java files. So if I open those up, I could see that they are in fact Java files. They are all contained within the file programs. Essentially, the package of these 3 files is programs. That is inherited by Java. It knows that those are within the same package, so all of those are able to be grabbed by each other. That's for a later lesson, but that's what package is. It just says, hey, I'm in this file. Everything else around me, any other files that are next to me in the same folder can be used with me. That's essentially what package is. If we go move down, this semicolon is used as the end of a statement. Very important. You're going to see semicolons a lot. Do not forget to use it. As you can tell, intro program was the name of our program, as it's the name of our main class up here. This can always show you what file you're working on and the name of the file. And it also is here. One important thing is this is the class name. Intro program. The class name has to directly match the name of the file .java. They have to match. There can be only one class with the name of the file, and it has to be in the file. As we can see, this is declaring a public class named intro program. Then we're going to go down, and it is showing a public static void main string args. Anytime you see this right here, that's, you know that this is your main class because it holds the main method, which this is the main method. There can only be one main method per program, so the program actually is ran from here. So let's do that. One nice thing about this IDE and IDEs in general is you can run the program you build right from here. So this may not look like nothing, but if I go up here and I push play, we can see run, build successful. It built the program. Now how can that be? How can it build our program? Well, it has everything it needs. It ran what it needed to. To-do logic goes here. This is where it would be running the code. So pretty much what you see here, what was built, was everything you need to start writing a program. Every time you create a project and you create that main class, this is created for you. Now, you can simply write a program without any of that at all. Simply, bam, there is our class declaration. Name is test. Oh, and look here, it's saved as test. Has to be saved as Java. And our main argument, our main method. That's all you need. So simply, this created it for you, making it much easier. We're going to start out and we're going to just try to do the simplest of simple. Hello world. So intro program. We're going to do system. Type this in with me. System dot out dot print ln for line. 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 Print line. Put up your quotation marks. Semicolon. As you can see, here is a complete statement. For future reference, system.out.print ln line print line with parentheses and apostrophes and a semicolon means I want to print something. You are telling the computer you want to print something on the screen, not literally out of a printer, but something on screen, which would be shown if you ran it through the command prompt in the command prompt. But since you're writing it here, it is nice and it outputs anything down here. But this is the command to write something on screen. Now this isn't, don't think of it as the program as you see here, source history, the little icons. No, it's not that style. It is clearly text-based, only in the command line or a command prompt style window. That is how this is displayed. So a lot of programming, a lot of programs are made where it's simply in the command prompt. So right there we have that much done. And so we're going to be good, responsible programmers are going to comment it respectfully. Print greeting on screen in main method in class. And again, these are comments. You always want to comment just because that's good practice. Now, if we push play, it'll save this. The JDK will compile this program, this language here, source code. It will compile this into bytecode. Take that bytecode would then run through the JVM, and the output will run here on screen. And as you can see, it outputted hello world. Build successful. And that is the basics, the very basics of programming with Java. So now that you see that, you have a little bit more knowledge as to what can happen. Now, this is called MarsBot. This is a simple program that I've been working on, messing with, for quite a while now. I worked on it for a few days and left it. I'm going to come back, and it's a text-based game simulator. As you can see, not a lot of programming, but some programming. We are going to get down to this level hopefully by the end of the class. If we run this, you will see. Hello driver, and welcome to the Rover program. This is the training course. This is a training course to determine the efficiency of your Rover driving capabilities. Please enter a for your bot. RT5412. My name is Lyzboy. Yes, that is correct. And as you can see, it outputs and uses my name, the input, and the rover's name, the input, within the computer. Materials, cameras have been damaged, and we have to use text-based. Press enter to go towards the computer, and you can see here we have a simulated computer boot up running on. Now that's not actually happening. That's all from the program I've written and thread sleeping and things like that. But this will simulate the computer starting, and then you actually run. Battery will be fuel. It can only have so much before it has to charge, and then heading will be north, south, east, and west. as you can see, that right there is the program. Now, as we talked about before, the program is called Mars Bot. Which class do you think is the main class? Mars Bot, because it has public static void string. It's Mars Bot and Mars Bot. So, yeah, you can tell different ways of having which one is the main. So that's it for this lesson. What's going to come on from this lesson is we will start talking about more in-depth programming, more in-depth Java programming. Start getting into data types and just start expanding. So check out the next episode. Be ready. It'll be coming soon. I know whoever's going to be watching this on YouTube is going to be anxious to see it. So get on there, look at it. If you can't subscribe to the channel to keep updated with everything, check out the Twitter and Facebook pages, and go ahead and check out all the gaming going on the channel, as well as some other cool entertainment videos. And with that, I bid you adieu. Thanks for stopping by and spending your time with me, and we'll check you later.